Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 2, First World War and Russian Revolution, lecture number 19. Friends, up to now in this topic we have discussed a lot of things about the First World War. Friends, today we are going to learn about another topic of this chapter, that is the Russian Revolution. Friends, before starting this Russian Revolution, as we have completed this First World War, so two separate parts of this chapter we completed and we got the information about the First World War. Let us make a quick revision about this First World War and then we will quickly move on to the Russian Revolution. Friends, as we discussed that this First World War was a destructive war experienced by the countries of the world. Friends, it was due to this reason, it was the greed of this European country that led to this First World War. Lots of factors were responsible for this First World War, like Civil War, militarism, groupism, economic factor, then feeling of fierce nationalism, role of newspaper, philosophy of war. We discussed about the beginning of the First World War, how the First World War started, and we learned that it was this on 28th July 1914, this First World War started when the world experienced this horrible First World War, in which we learned that the initial state, Germany, was more powerful. Germany had become victorious in many areas in that initial period. Germany had almost ruined the French army. We discussed that in this greed, Germany attacked on the Lusitania. Germany drowned the Lusitania steamer of America, which carried 147 soldiers, which died in that attack. Due to this reason, America joined the Allied group later on, and these made the Allied group more stronger. After that, the other countries who supported Germany, that was the Central Powers, the other three countries also joined the Allied groups in September and October of 1918. With their joining with the Allied nation, now Germany remained alone in this First World War, due to which German Kaiser, he abdicated his post and ran away. With this, Germany surrendered, and on November 11th, 1918, this horrible First World War came to end. Friends, we discussed about lot of things that what happened after that also. We discussed how man and material was destructed, what social change came. We also discussed lot of things about the Treaty of Versailles, how this Treaty of Versailles proved to be another factor responsible for Second World War, how the Germany was forced to sign this Treaty of Versailles at the Mirror Palace of Versailles of Paris. Friends, we discussed about the long-term effect in which now these countries, these allied countries, wanted to establish peace, and due to that reason they established the League of the Nation. Then we studied about the League of the Nation, which was established by the suggestion of the American President Woodrow Wilson. He suggested 40 points in the conference, in which after that this League of the Nation was established. After that, we learned about the aims of this. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the aims of this League of the Nation, which showed that the main aim of this League of the Nation was to establish peace and security in the world. We learned about the different aims, in which first was to maintain peace and security. We also learned to solve, the another aim was to solve international dispute, then to give up the policy of war, then to solve any disputes through negotiation or mediators. Then all the countries should follow the policies, and the countries who do not follow the policies of the League of the Nation would be declared as the rebel nation. So these were some of the aims of the League of the Nation. Friends, this was the information about this First World War. Now friends, we are going to discuss today, that is about Russian Revolution. Today we are going to discuss about Russian Revolution. Friends, in Russian Revolution we also have Bolshevik and Bolshevik Revolution and two types we learned, Bolshevik Revolution and the other was Socialist Bolshevik Revolution. These are the two revolutions that happened during this Russian war that can be considered as the part of this Russian Revolution. So let us first start with the Russian Bolshevik Revolution. Let us start with the Russian Bolshevik Revolution. Let us understand about the Russian Bolshevik Revolution first. Friends, let us know that what happened during this revolution. Here it is said that the Russian Revolution that started in 1970 was considered as an important event in the history of the world. If we talk about the history of the world, friends, here it is said this Russian Revolution which took place in 1917 is called as an important event. Russia was ruled by Tsars who were very cruel and merciless. Friends, here it is said Russia was ruled by Tsars who were very cruel and merciless. At the initial stage, we started learning from that this Russian Revolution started in 1917 and is considered as an important event. The very first point that we need to understand is this Russian Tsars. Russia was ruled by Tsars who was very cruel and merciless. They used to inherit their position. These Tsars used to inherit these Tsars used to inherit their position, means they used to take the position of the Tsars rulers one by one. Tsar means we can say the rulers. Here these Tsars used to inherit their position after one by one. After the father, the son used to take his position. So here these Tsars were very cruel and merciless. These Tsars used to inherit their position one by one. All of them were dictators and did lot of atrocities on people. Friends, here it is said czars, as we learned in the initial part itself, that these czars were very merciless. They were very cruel. They were dictators. They wanted the rule in their own hand only. That is why these czars started doing they did lot of atrocities on people. Atrocities, जिसे हम त्रास गुजारना बोलते हैं, हैरान करना किसी को. So all of them, these czars they did lots of atrocities on their people, on the people of their region. Friends, here it is said, the people did not have any rights during this period. Friends, at the time of when these czars used to rule, here it is said that people did not have any kind of rights. As we learned that these czars were very cruel and merciless. They did not have any kind of pity on people. They did lots of atrocities on people. People did not have any kind of rights when these czars were ruling on them and enjoyed uncontrolled rule. They enjoyed uncontrolled rule on people. Here it is said, friend, that they enjoyed uncontrolled rule on the people. They ruled on the people, but uncontrolled. No one was able to control these czars. Here it is said that if any people from their area, if any person demanded any rights, he was tortured. If any person demanded any kind of right, then he was tortured, suppressed, and severely punished. And he was severely punished or condemned by sending him to the, they used to condemn him by sending him to the, here it is said, they used to send the people to the bone chilling cold region of Serbia. So friends, now here if you understand this part, here it is said that the people did not have any kind of rights during this czars rule. Though these czars did lot of atrocities and that. If any people used to demand their rights, they used to raise their voice for their right, then that person was tortured, he was suppressed and severely punished, or they condemned him, they forced him by sending him to the bone chilling cold region of Serbia. They used to punish them by sending them to the bone chilling region of this Serbia. Then here it is said, the uncontrolled this uncontrolled power, we can say the uncontrolled and oppressive nature of czars. Here it is said, the uncontrolled and oppressive natures of czars became the main reason. Became the main reason for grief, poverty. This became the main reason for grief, poverty, and suffering for Russia. And suffering for Russia. Friends, here it is said that this uncontrolled and oppressive nature of Tsar, no people were able to control this Tsar, and this oppressive, very destructive nature of this Tsar, they became the main reason of the grief. The people were very sad. The people, these are main reason for the grief of the people. The people became more and more poor, as well as the Russian people suffered a lot due to this oppressive nature of this Tsar. Friends, here it is said the Russian farmers, peasants, laborers were paid very less despite doing very hard work. Friends, here it is said, though the Russian farmers, the Russian peasants, laborers, they were doing very hard work, still they were paid very less. Due to this reason, due to it, they became more poor and also their health became more worse. Their health became more worse. Friends, due to this, as the Russian farmers, peasants and laborers, in spite of doing very hard work, these Tsars, as due to their oppressive nature, these Tsars used to pay very less amount. Due to this, these people became more and more poor due to doing hard work. Their health started becoming more and more worse. Now, here it is said to demand for their rights, the people decided now to demand their rights. Now the people decided to peacefully take up a rally. They decided to start a peaceful rally against the Tsar under the leadership of Father Gapon. Friends, here it is said now, as the condition of these people was becoming more and more worse, as we learned that these people were not even able to demand their right, and if they demanded their right, they were severely punished. They were condemned to send them to the Bolshevik region of Serbia. Friends, here now, as the people's condition was becoming more and more worse, now the people started to think about their rights, and due to that reason, to demand for their rights, the people decided to to peacefully take up a rally. They started a rally. They decided to take up a rally up to the Tsar's palace. But this rally was going to be very peaceful. They were not going to do any kind of violence in that rally. They decided to take up a rally so that the Tsar can understand about the rights of the people, to make the Tsar aware about the rights. Due to this reason, these people decided to take a peaceful rally against the Tsar under the leadership of Father Gapon. Father Gapon was the leader who inspired the people for this their rally. The rally reached Winter Palace where the Tsar lived. Here it is said, friend, that when the rally reached Winter Palace where the Tsar lived, which was Tsar's residence, on 22nd January, on 22nd January 1905. It was the day of 22nd January 1905 on which this rally reached to the Winter Palace where the Tsar used to reside, and this day was Sunday. This day was Sunday. Friends, now here the information is, after the people decided to take up this peaceful rally, they started this rally. This rally reached at the Winter Palace which was the residence of the Tsar. When these people reached this Winter Palace, it was 22nd January 1905 and this day was Sunday. Friends, here we say that these people were unarmed, means they did not have any kind of weapon with them. These people were unarmed. Even some people, there were some people had Tsar's picture in hand. Tsar's picture in hand with the friends, as we understood that these Tsars used to rule on the people. They came in the heredity, one after one. They took their post of the Tsar in the heredity. Friends, these Tsars were very cruel and merciless. They did not grant any kind of rights to these people. And so these people, when they were fed up, they were not given proper wages, they were not paid properly in spite of working very hard. When their health started deteriorating at this time, now the worker, these people, the farmers, the peasants, they decided to start a rally, to conduct a rally. And this rally was very peaceful. And friends, as we discussed that this rally reached to the Winter Palace on 22nd January 1905 and this day was Sunday. Friend, we learned about the remaining part of this Bolshevik Russian Revolution in our next lecture. Thank you.